It's been a pleasure. I'm Bo Minkiti, the founder and CEO of the Minkiti Group, and we are partnered with Dante's Partners as the developers of this project. We always have a saying in our organization that we want to think big but act small. And in my mind, Bua Benitier really exemplifies, and his organization exemplify this idea of being able to think big but act small. Their big vision yet tenacious execution on every small detail of the project is really what makes affordable housing happen in this city. So we're really excited. This is now the third large project that we've been able to partner with them on, and we look forward to continued work together. So Bua.
Yep, that's right. I'm tenacious. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming here today. We are very, very excited. Like Bo said, this is another DP-MG collaboration. I think by now we should probably just start making a record or be a rap group or something. Ebony and Ivory or something like that. But all right, time to get serious. But more importantly, thanks for coming to help honor our seniors because I'm sure you all agree without them, we would have no shoulders to stand on. This project actually started at Flip It next door in January 2014, which is when I typically harass Bo, like, what the hell are you doing? And Bo, as it always is, very gracious, very patient, because I'm always erratic, and he goes, I own the site, and I've owned this site for over 7 years, and I'm not doing anything with it. And I go, wow, who does that? And Bo was again very gracious, and he said, run with it, and I was able to rally the troops, whom all of them are here today, and you would all be very shocked that even on a project of this scale, we have a lot of people working, from all of whom you would either know about or hear from very soon. In keeping with our, and the thing too is, he was like, look, I needed to activate the site, but I need for it to be respective of our company's vision, something that complements the neighborhood physically, as well as honors our seniors. I was like, no problem, we got this. This is no brainer. Several meetings later, that garnered unprecedented support from our council member, Kenya McDuffie, who cannot join us today because of legislative session, but he's represented not only spirit, but physically by Ms. Janet Mobley from our office. Thank you very much for joining us today. Our ANC Commissioner, Michael Morrison, who is actually at a Grateful Dead concert. That's why he can't be here with us today. Which is more important than coming to Girard Grand Prix. But he sends his love. Obviously, tremendous amount of support from DHCD and Housing Authority. For whatever reason, they still pick up our phone calls. Not sure why, but they do. We bring them good projects, but they've been very, very, very supportive. And obviously, all of our committed financial partners, Wells, Amalgamated, CSH, who, again, for whatever reason, pick up our calls, even though we have no credit. But they've been, actually, we do have credit. DHCD, we do have credit, sorry. And we're obviously here today to commemorate a very, very joyous occasion. Lastly, I must point out that this day also symbolizes a lot of things, but one that is very, very dear to me is the fact that you've got two very, very, very strong, capable brothers who have come together, who employ residents in the District of Columbia, who provide jobs, provide housing, and want to do more of this. Hint, 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 for all of our district partners in the building. Again, for that, we want to thank all of those. So anyway, I guess the reason why we're here today is because you all care. You care about decent quality, affordable housing in the District of Columbia. You care about our seniors. You care about working with the Bowser administration to carry out the vision for creating much-needed housing for those who helped build the district, but for whatever reason can no longer afford to live in the district. Well, that's about to change. And with us here today to ensure that there is continuity and the goal is our beloved Mayor, Muriel Bowser. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm really excited to see you all here, and of course, happy to be in the beautiful Ward 5, and very happy to be here with two. I don't usually like to use the term small businesses, but emerging and growing, getting bigger businesses, and that's exactly who Dante's partners in the McKinney Group are. I couldn't be more proud to be partners with them in housing all across the District of Columbia. What's important to me is that the district does what it says it's going to do. And we have said some pretty dramatic things about housing. We are in a pretty good place in the city in a lot of ways. But one thing that remains a tremendous anxiety for Washingtonians is housing cost. We know that how many of our people, about 20% of our population, are housing insecure. They have housing. The prices keep going up, and they keep wondering how they're going to pay for it. And that's especially a concern for senior citizens because they've worked their years, and they want some security for their later years. And so we have to stay focused on how we continue to build high quality units that will allow seniors to age in place in their own homes and give them some sense of security that they will be able to afford to pay their rent. So you can count on me to be supportive of projects that build housing for seniors and help people enjoy a high quality of life right here in Washington, D.C. So we're talking about 25 units today, and that's how we chip away at what we really need, which is a lot more. And so I'm so grateful to have Polly Donaldson on our staff, who directs the Department of Housing and Community Development, who knows a thing or two about development and moving people to high quality housing. I want to thank Adrian Todman for our continued partnership with our housing authority, always finding ways to get people in safe, high-quality housing. The other thing you're going to hear me talking about, if you haven't already, is we want to have affordable housing across all 8 wards of the District of Columbia, don't we? We do. I would want to live in Brookland. So too much, we have focused on only 2 wards in the District of Columbia to build housing. But our affordable housing policy is not just about the number of units. It's also making sure that we're building inclusive neighborhoods. And so sometimes that costs a little bit more. It requires the district to do a little bit more to close the gaps to make sure those projects happen. But I think we should have high quality senior housing in Ward 3, and Ward 2, and Ward 1, and Ward 4, and Ward 5, Ward 6, Ward 7, and Ward 8. And you're gonna hear me get into some arguments about this. Because some people say, well, I don't want you to spend that extra money in Ward 3 because, poor people don't need to live there anyway. You don't believe that, do you? And I'm willing to pay a little bit more because if we don't invest in inclusive neighborhoods, we won't have them. And that's why it's so important that and I want to thank all the members of the Council of the District of Columbia and Council Member McDuffie, who stepped up to the plate this year. And it wasn't easy to make sure that we could have $100 million of stable funding in our Housing Production Trust Fund. And I want to be able to do that every single year that I'm the mayor of the District of Columbia. That's what you've told me. You've told me if there is consistent funding, that you can count on it, that you can put the projects in the pipeline, and we need to be there to close the gaps. And so I'm counting on you to help me spread that message. And I think that we have some partners on the council that are going to step up to that challenge as well, even when it's not easy. Thank you very much, and good luck. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. thanks to our mayor of the District of Columbia, $100 million. Yep. Basically, Bo is going to be employed for a couple more years. And me too. So before I continue to the next speaker, I think it's important that we thank our wives, right, Bo? Most important people. So we our wives are in the room, Chinwe and Kimber. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Another important wife who I'm sure some nights looks at me kind of sideways is Markeisha Powell. Thank you very much for Corey. That's Corey. So Corey did all the work. I just get to talk. For those of you who don't know, Corey Powell is in the building. But thank you. Thanks to our wives and the other wives that I failed to mention. I know Kofi's unmarried, Adore is unmarried. Otherwise, this guy's unmarried, but that's fine. Okay, cool. On to the next speaker. Thank you. So it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you all Director Polly Donaldson. So I've known Polly for some time, and we've had numerous brainstorming sessions to try and figure out exactly how we're going to combat the lack of affordable housing in the District of Columbia. And the good thing about us is, even though we both deal in the affordable space, we come from very, very different walks of life. But when I found out that she was named the director, I literally did catwheels. And for those of you who have not seen me do catwheels, I will show you later. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Director Polly Donaldson.
Thank you, Bua.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'm a little shorter than our mayor and Bua, and pretty much everybody. But anyhow, thank you for that really kind introduction. It's actually, when I was named by the mayor, I did cartwheels because, quite frankly, this is after 30 years in the nonprofit sector, a large chunk of it in the affordable housing sector. This is my first time in government, but a chance to really be able to help execute the vision of a mayor who has made the commitment. You heard the commitment for this year and for the future, and to be able to take all of the relationships and the partners that the district government has had over the years and really set forth on a even bigger push. And it's just really a delight to be able to be here with the Bo and Bua show, as I call it, and may it prosper. Quite frankly, this is really such an important day for this ward, for this part of the city, for this corner. And I know there's a neighbor here who I just met who, lives right adjacent and has been eager to see something develop here, I believe, right? And is looking forward to her new neighbors that will be here as well. That's what it's about, building neighborhoods. We did use a variety, helped out with a couple of sources of funding. We do participate in the federal low-income housing tax credit program, and we were able to contribute about $850,000 of tax credits that helped leverage additional private resources. That's what we do. We're the public money that helps leverage the private money. And it takes smart developers to be able to figure out how to do that, and lenders who are willing to invest and take that risk. But without the government piece there, it would be that much harder. And I'm sure the finance folks on this side can tell you that as well. We also were able to invest some HUD money, some of our federal funds, in the home program. The program that, yes, if you've been reading the headlines, was just pretty severely cut by both the House and the Senate. We are hoping for recovery when they go to conference and to be able to force that back up. Those are key federal dollars that help leverage, again, additional private dollars. That's what we're here to do. We're charged at DHCD with revitalizing communities and neighborhoods across the city. You heard the mayor, all 8 wards. She's very serious about that, and that's obviously for those who are working in this area. It means really we need to get out and absolutely scour across all 8 wards for land, for opportunities to partner with existing developments and developers, looking at churches, looking at all sorts of opportunities that exist out there for helping to rebuild community. I would be remiss if I didn't thank all of my DHCD colleagues in the room, and I hope I get all of them. I know Oki is here. There is Oki, and I know Guyton is here, the project manager. I know James is here, and I know that we have a couple others as well. But anyhow, that's what makes DHCD run and work, the team that works together and has to sync between the various parts of the responsibilities of working with the development crew. So I just want to say thank you again. There is $100 million that we've got to invest. We have now to invest in our community, and I look forward to hearing additional ideas from you in the community about how we should invest those funds. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker is a force to be reckoned with. I've learned so much from Director Todman. It's amazing. Every time I walk into the Housing Authority building, I mean, just to think about all the services that they provide and all the tools that they have available. Even I can't keep track of all of them, and it amazes me to this day how she's been able to do that and do that so stylishly, and professionally, and but so on and so forth. But thank you very much. Without further ado, Director Todman. Yeah.
Thank you, I think. Yeah, but I do thank you. Thank you. Well, this is a great day. It is the season for groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings in this beautiful weather that we have. And so, even later today, the Housing Authority, in addition to celebrating 25 units of senior buildings, senior units here, we're going to be celebrating home ownership in Ward 7. With a number of homeowners that we have that are going to be first-time homeowners in a part of the city that really needs more homeownership opportunities. So we're really happy to share this moment. I think we have no better advocates for affordable housing than our mayor and Polly Donaldson. I think having them be part of the homeownership continuum is terrific, and they have started the ground running, getting the $100 million intact. Very excited as we speak. The council is approving new money for the local rent supplement program, that is actually going to be subsidizing and helping to pay the rent for the 25 seniors who are going to be living here. And so we're going to be providing upwards of $5 million to help pay the rent for seniors who knew DC when it wasn't as cool and thriving and all those fancy tags that now come with our city. Seniors who were here when it was really kind of tough. I lived in DC for 25 years. Those seniors, I'm sure, will live here much harder. What better way to honor our seniors than to have them be able to live here in their golden years while things are rocking and rolling here in DC. So congratulations to the development team. Look forward to seeing new and intriguing ideas that you all bring to us. Look forward to more wonderful groundbreakings like this, and I'm looking forward to the ribbon cutting.
Thank you, Director Todman. It's actually really, for me and our organization, this is a really special day in that, it's been 10 years here in Ward 5 working in the neighborhoods. And this idea that affordable housing is part of what creates thriving and dynamic neighborhoods that you've heard today is really near and dear to us as we've been along Rhode Island Avenue and 12th Street and Ward 5 before there was much interest in here. As you heard earlier, there's the opportunity to bring this project together is really an opportunity to leverage the public dollars with private dollars, and so none of that would be possible without our wonderful financial partners in this deal. So without further ado, I want to introduce Chris McGraw from Wells Fargo. Chris has been truly a huge supporter of making this deal and many others happen for Dante's partners in the McKinney Group. We're leveraging for this project about $9.5 million in low-income housing tax credits, where Wells Fargo is the tax credit investor. They're also our construction lender for about $8.5 million. So they're really the financial juice making this happen. This is the 8th project that Wells Fargo's done with Dante's partners. It's now the 2nd project that they've done with the McKinney Group. And so we look forward to many more great projects to come. Chris.
Good afternoon. So thank you for the gracious introduction. As Bo mentioned, we've done a few deals together, and Bua sometimes he emails and calls at hours my wife would not appreciate, but we get through it. And now Corey is taking that role. So I apologize to the wives for all that we do. Wells Fargo is delighted to be another partner on another affordable housing transaction in DC. We're thrilled to have a development partner that's dedicated and shares a common goal, which is providing safe, clean, and in this case, new affordable housing in the District of Columbia, where there's just such a dire need for affordable housing. And Wells Fargo is committed to putting dollars out there to try to solve the problem as best we can. I think everyone's very excited to see the finished product here, which I think we agreed to finish in 2015. And sounds good. Yeah. No, in all seriousness, it's going to be a fantastic project, and the end result will be 25 seniors that will have the privilege of living in a beautiful apartment complex and calling Girard Street Apartments home. So for that, I thank you guys for your partnership.
We've heard a lot about how this is something for seniors in Ward 5 to be part of. And our next speaker is someone who has played a critical role in this project with Amalgamated Bank, but also someone whose career has been a commitment to making housing affordable in the District of Columbia. A lot of this project came out of some conversations that happened with BUA, but also that happened with the council member around the need for the seniors that live in Woodridge and in Brookland to be able to have an opportunity to age in their community. And so she knows a thing or two about providing affordable housing to folks over time. Girard Street Senior Apartments is made possible by a $1 million primary first trust loan from Amalgamated Bank. This was the first transaction that this development team has done with Amalgamated. It is definitely not our last. We have another one scheduled to go on Monday. We are looking forward. We're looking forward to a long and fruitful relationship with Amalgamated Bank. This is the first vice president of Amalgamated Bank, Clarissa Stanley. So.
Thank you, Bo. So I think, as echoed by everybody before me, for a lot of different reasons, it is truly an honor for me to be a part of this project, especially given what we all know is happening in this city and what continues to happen as it relates to rental and homeownership pricing. I'll share a story with you. Some of you may know that I used to be with DC Housing Finance Agency, and so I'm relatively new at my post as leader of commercial real estate for Amalgamated Bank for the DC region. And I'll tell you, right as I was leaving, Bo and Bua were two of the first people that I called. And actually, Bua, I think I called you before I left, but don't tell anybody. And the reason why is because over the period of time that I've known both of you guys, you have each continued to demonstrate your respective philosophies and your missions by creating housing opportunities for those among us whose options without you would otherwise be limited. And that is a huge, huge challenge in this city. As Bo mentioned, this is actually our bank's first low-income housing tax credit project, not just in DC, period. And that is a huge thing that I'm hugely, hugely proud of. So thank you both for the opportunity for being a part of the project. And as you said, there will be many, many more. We have lots and lots of money, and I'm eager to lend it. So thank you.
Thanks, Carissa. Next, I want to bring up Holly Dennison of Corporation for Supportive Housing. CSH was critical in this deal in that they helped provide some of the pre-development financing. There's definitely a lot of risk that's taken ahead of time to get a project like this ready to go to closing to make this possible. And that was something that we stepped in and took, and then they came in and joined us in helping to take that first dollar in risk to help make this project possible. This is the second project that the team has done with CSH. And since 2007, Holly has been really contributing a lot to the community, both through CSH and through her knowledge of development and what's going on there. So let me welcome her to the stage to share a few remarks with us.
Thank you very much for those kind words. I, too, was doing cartwheels when I heard that Polly was director of DHCD. This community not only has a huge demand for affordable housing, we've just learned from our plan to end homelessness, we need 1,700 units of supportive housing soon. I commend this project for having 12 units of supportive housing. The YWCA is creating 84. And I look forward to many more projects with both of you. I challenge to the developers here, the lenders here, to focus on supportive housing. We have a unique resource here in DC, the Unified RFP or NOFA, where Polly is being challenged to work with Adrian Todman, Department of is being privileged to work with Adrian Todman, Department of Human Services, Department of Behavioral Health, and hopefully some other district agencies as well, to bring all the resources needed to develop supportive housing into one application process. There are maybe 2 or 3 other jurisdictions across the country that have that resource all in one. Supportive housing is certainly more challenging. People have greater needs, but also DC has enormous resources to make those units and those projects successful and funded. I guarantee you will be more competitive for the NOFA if you have supportive housing in your project. And CSH is happy to help you make those projects work. So thank you very much. Congratulations on this project. And I challenge you to contribute significantly to this 1,700 unit goal. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Holly. So we've heard a little bit from some of the partners, but a project like this takes a tremendous amount of effort from a number of different organizations. So I want to invite up some of the key folks in MG and DP who've been part of this. So if Corey and Kofi and Mark and Johannes can come up here, and they're gonna acknowledge some of the other key members of the team that have helped make this project possible.
Good afternoon. Glad everyone could join us. I know it's a little tight, it's a little hot, but this is definitely a momentous occasion. Absolutely a lot of people that come into play when you want to provide high quality, affordable housing. You've heard a lot of the main partners and people that have come together to make this possible, but there's a lot of people working behind the scenes that also make this possible, and I just wanted to acknowledge them. So definitely to our capable architects, Minor Feinstein Associates. I know they're here, over there in the corner. Thank you guys for everything that you continue to do. SETI and Associates is also working with us. Thank you. SKNA, Sharon Bradley. They've done our landscaping, and I know you can't. It's not much now, but when it's done, it's gonna look amazing. It's gonna look amazing when it's done. Wiles Mensch, thank you guys for everything that you continue to do on the civil end. Cannot do a single deal without Compass Design and Development. Patrick and his team are absolutely our saviors in many moments, and thank you for continuing to pick up the calls and work with us, because I know we can be difficult sometimes. Also want to acknowledge CDKM Consultants, our Kim Mitchell, our permit expediter. I don't believe she could be here with us today. MTJ Consultants, Miriam's Kitchen. You talk about supportive housing and services. Miriam's Kitchen will be providing services to seniors on this property. And last but not the least, Hamel Builders. None of this would be finished or even started without Hamel Builders, so I know they came out pretty deep today. So thank you guys for making this important and joining us. Thank you. And the last person or the last people I'd like to acknowledge is Seabury. They'll also be providing services. So there'll be a lot for our seniors to do while they're living at the community.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mark Rengel, Vice President of Development for the Mankitti Group. We're excited to be here. This is a project that has been many, many years. As Bo mentioned, we've owned this property for quite a number of years and are excited to turn dirt here and finally see something grow out of this site and become a thriving community of seniors. The community is why we do this project. It's why we're in the business we're in. And reaching out to the community has been a vital part of our organization's success. We had some great support from our A&C Commissioner, Michael Morrison, 5B03. He was deeply engaged from the outset on this project, visited some of the projects that both Mankitti Group and Dante's partner had executed, visited senior housing downtown, the Hodge, right at City Market at O, to really understand what we wanted to bring to this community, the luxury affordable housing that Bua loves to coin that term. The former ANC Commissioner Janice Jones also greatly supported this. And then our neighbors, the community members that live and breathe this neighborhood. Flip It Bakery and Deli right next door. They have some wings here, I believe, on the table in the back. You can test them out. But please patronize these businesses because they are the lifeblood of the community. Don Yamani and the residents of the nearby 1541 Brentwood building, they're going to bear the brunt of a lot of the construction inconveniences, and we really appreciate their ability to work with us through these times. Miss Betty Burke, who I know, we really appreciate your patience with us throughout this process, and we guarantee it's going to be a beautiful project at the end of the day for you to look out on your front porch. And then some of the media, Rachel Kaufman and Barbara Pash of Elevation DC Media. Thanks for your continuing coverage of development in this arena, especially in neighborhoods such as Brookland and Woodridge that don't always get the attention, but as of late are getting much more attention. And then the former 5th District Commander of the Metropolitan Police Department, Deirdre Porter, and the incoming just named Commander, William Fitzgerald. Thank you in advance for your support of this project.
I'll keep this brief. Last but not least, well, I guess not exactly last. First, I have to thank my wife again. Hi, Markeisha. Thank you for bearing with me and making sure we could actually get this done. And my kids, thank you as well. I'd be remiss if we didn't thank the immensely talented staff at Dante's Partners and the Minkiti Group as well. So I know the Minkiti Group is here in full force, and Latoya and Adora, who are like hanging out in the background. Everyone give them a round of applause as well for making sure we had such an amazing event planned. And then on behalf of our respective organizations, I want to say thank you to our amazing leaders of our organizations as well. So as you all see, we're up here with amazing leaders of municipalities and agencies, Director Todman, Director Donaldson. But organizations don't run and don't get driven unless they have tremendous leadership. And the Minkiti Group and Dante's Partners are privileged to have two amazing leaders at their respective organizations. These are two individuals that could be doing many different things with their talents. They could be building, luxury apartments or luxury condos on U Street, but have decided to channel their energies into revitalizing neighborhoods and creating affordable housing for folks that need it the most. So, Ua and Bo, just want to give you guys a round of applause as well. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to one of you guys.
Thanks, Corey, for the kind words. Thank you. Two last things, a couple of housekeeping stuff. Number one, the staff, and I know a lot of them are not here today, but there are a lot of very, very hardworking people at DHCD and Housing Authority that work tirelessly. They're like the true unsung heroes of this project. And I just want to let you all know that we are very, very grateful for you giving us the time to be able to work with them. I see Gaten in the room. Thank you, Gaten, for your patience. Thank you so much. I see Mr. O'Kare and James Allen in the room as well. Thank you all. And frankly, I want to thank you all. I'm sure you guys have probably other things that you can be doing with your time right now, but you decided to spend out here on Josephine Lowe, everyone. Hey, Josephine. I didn't see you like that. Hi. Will's a lawyer. She beat me up so many times, but she's the best. But no, seriously, you guys could be doing other things with your time, and you've decided to come out here and spend out with us. And this means so much to Bo and I. We work all the time, and we never really get to celebrate, but rest assured, today is going to be an all-day of celebration for the next 2 hours. But thank you all so much. We couldn't thank you enough, but, thank you so much. Celebration is done. I guess it's over. I don't know if there's anything else you want to say. There's food, there's drinks. Sorry, no wine, but maybe next time. But thank you all so much for coming out. Thank you. And Wells, and obviously, another great business partner.
Okay.
We've not been doing this at all.
All right. Fantastic.
All right. Awesome.
So, on the count of three, we're going to say seniors in housing. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Seniors in housing.